shootouts, pressure-packed games. That's all I could think of by the time I got to the finish line last night. I was so exhausted. I watched every one of those big games. Denver beats Kansas City at Mile High, 22-19. Mahomes throws for 276. He has no running game at all, and that is growing as a big problem. Bo Nix creates and throws for 295. The defense had 3 sacks of Mahomes plus an interception. It wasn't sexy. It was a field goal game, but Will Lutz hit critical field goals at the end of the game. Denver is 9-2. Can you believe Denver is 9-2? Kansas City is 5-5. And as we had breakfast this morning, they're not in anybody's playoff picture at this point in time. And Sean Payton's got the Broncos believing they've won 8 in a row. So you got Denver beating Kansas City. Rams won. It was ugly. Their defense saved the day. They beat Seattle 21-19. Rams defense had 4 interceptions of Sam Darnold. They came after him. He put the ball into coverage. He got picked. Darnold finished with 273. It was weird. Matthew Stafford only threw for 130 in the game, and they ran for just a shade over 100, but they kept getting the ball in good field position because of the picks. And then Seattle missed a 61-yard field goal on the final play of the game. Rams are sitting there at 8-2. And for the first time, the national media is of the opinion this might be a Super Bowl team. So Seattle could have won it, but 4 interceptions killed them. Detroit, Philadelphia. There's 2 ways to look at this. The Eagles have really started to come together, and they punched Detroit in the mouth. And nobody does that to a Dan Campbell team, but they did. So I'm going to ask you this. Philadelphia's play at the line of scrimmage with all those big bodies and what they're getting from their back 7. The Lions went for it 5 times on 4th down last night. They were 0 for 5. So Dan Campbell, too smart. I mean, he left a lot of points on the board, could have had a pile of field goals, and he wound up losing that game, 16-9. But Philadelphia just stood there and took it and then gave it back. Jalen Hurts looks good. How bad was it for Jared Goff? And Jared Goff had a quarterback rating going into the game, Sean, of 117. Jared Goff in the second half last night was 2 for 18 throwing the football. Brutal. He was under siege along the way. It was an amazing game. So Philadelphia gave Detroit a taste of their own medicine. Buffalo, Tampa Bay, Josh Allen, 44-22 win. Josh Allen, 6 touchdowns in the game, ties an all-time NFL record quarterback. Threw for 357, threw for 3, ran for 3. Tampa just does not have enough players. Baker Mayfield, he's been doing it. He's been carrying it himself all the season, but it caught up to him. Buffalo, coming off the crap loss at Miami, comes back with a vengeance. Home win. Josh Allen, 6 freaking touchdowns. What an amazing thing. So go ahead. You want to talk about the Broncos? Statement game by the Rams defense. Dan Campbell, too smart a guy? Talk about Buffalo. Go ahead.
You know, that Chiefs-Broncos game was fun to watch. Yep. And I'll tell you what, we talked about this, I think, at the beginning of the season, is that Bo Nix reminds you an awful lot of Drew Brees, don't you think?
Yes.
I mean, just the way he moves in the pocket, the decision-making, he's not a sensational athlete, but he's accurate. He throws the ball well, and the leadership's there for a young man, so I'm happy. And it's kind of nice also that, there's a new leader in the AFC West. It's been Chiefs. So the Broncos are breaking through. That LA Rams game was just crazy. I mean, just the way that thing was, all the points that were scored, Seattle missing it on a field goal was 61 yards or something like that. These days, that's like a chip shot, the way the kickers are going. But yeah, that was a tough one.
He kicked it long enough. He just kicked it to the right of the upright. He had distance to get it over, but it was here.
What's your take on that? I mean, how are kickers suddenly getting a lot more distance?
Well, the K-balls are different, and you can treat the K-balls now different. The new rule that they put into effect this year, that's why these guys are kicking 60-yard field goals. is each team gets access to 3 K-balls before the game, and they can treat them, massage them, whatever, and get them ready for your kicker to use.
Oh,
On the field goal, the K-ball comes in from your sideline. It's your ball.
okay. I can see how that can make a difference.
And it's made a huge difference this year.
Okay, interesting. Okay, the Jared Goff and the Lions and Dan Campbell. I'm thinking of that. I mean, you don't try to do like a 4th down, with Jalen Carter on the defensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is he's impenetrable force.
Those 2 tackles are just monstrously big.
Yeah, see, this is the wrong team to get kind of, a little bit cute there, Dan Campbell. I'm just wondering if he was just trying to force his agenda, think he can outsmart him. But that was another tough game to watch because there was just the defense was ferocious. And then finally, Josh Allen had a day. But wasn't it weird kind of seeing Baker Mayfield didn't have the beard? It just kind of looked like a different guy.
Well, the team is different. I mean, and he's had a good season, and he's really become a folk hero in Tampa. But they got so many, all their skill guys are out with injuries. So it's kind of caught up to them. Tampa's lost a little bit of its zest, its zoom, its panache in the last 3-4 weeks or so. So those are the big games around the NFL. Do you want to comment? Changing of the guard in the AFC, or doesn't it matter? Maybe I should throw this at you. Doesn't it matter? Because if we just get to the playoffs and Andy Reid can be Andy Reid, whether they have to go in as a wild card and win on the road, but they are 5-5. They really are on the outside looking in.
Yeah, well, I saw that where they were in the outside looking in, and then you saw the Chargers there at 7-4, and you're thinking, I don't know how long they're going to stay in that wild card slot.
Well, look at that schedule.
Yeah, so I think you could see the Chiefs and Chargers maybe flip-flopping.
Okay.